As most of you have probably sadly seen, Texas is going through rampant flooding at the moment, and there are a lot of people dead, sadly. At least 81 dead and dozens missing in Texas floods as more rain looms. At least 81 people have been confirmed dead, and another 41 are missing following flash floods in central Texas on Friday. Most of the fatalities were in Kerr County, where a Riverside Christian girls' camp was deluged, claiming the lives of a number of children and leaving others missing. Other areas to record deaths include Travis County, Burnett County, Williamson County, Kendall County, and Tom Green County. Figures are changing quickly as rescuers continue to search for the missing, and officials say that the death toll is certain to continue rising. Many of the bodies are yet to be formally identified. Many of the affected areas remain on flood watch until 7 p.m. local time on Monday, as further rainfall is expected. The expected continuation of severe weather could hamper rescue teams who are already facing venomous snakes as they sift through mud and debris. Because if you're on a bit of high ground, guess where the snakes and all the animals go as well? Like they're heading straight for you. 3 days after the inundation, one of the largest search and rescue efforts in recent Texas history was shifting towards a recovery operation. Texas Governor Greg Abbott said on Sunday that authorities would stop at nothing to ensure every missing person was found. It was nothing short of horrific to see what those young children went through, said Abbott, a day after he toured the area. A major focus of the search has been Camp Mystic, a popular summer camp for girls perched on the banks of the Guadalupe River, which suffered significant damage. Allegedly, the river swelled by 26 feet in just 45 minutes. Allegedly. And there's also been loads of terrible stuff that's happened. Like there was a man that basically saved his wife, his kids, and his mother, but when he went back out to get more survivors, sadly he was killed. But he saved his family first, so one of the biggest chads in history. Well done, a man doing what he's supposed to do. The catastrophe unfolded before daybreak on Friday as the river rose 26 feet in the span of just 45 minutes, while most campers were asleep. That's fucking terrible. Several young campers and the camp's longtime director, Richard Dick Eastland, are among the dead. Greg Froelich, a former Navy SEAL and volunteer with the rescue group 300 Justice, is helping the effort to find survivors. Speaking to the BBC, he said he had heard of victims being found up to 8 miles downriver from where Camp Mystic once stood. He said he has seen clothing and items from the camp dressers scattered everywhere up and down the river. There is also uncertainty about how many other people were camping in the area for the 4th of July weekend and how many may have been swept away in the floods. A two-lane highway that skirts the Guadalupe River and connects the city of Kerrville to Camp Mystic is a scene of devastation. Ravaged homes are surrounded by fallen trees and furniture scattered across lawns. Fences are toppled and utility lines down in some areas. Yeah, a lot of people now don't have power. President Donald Trump signed a major disaster declaration on Sunday for Kerr County, activating the Federal Emergency Management Agency to Texas. He also said he would probably visit the state on Friday. We're working very closely with representatives from Texas, and it's a horrible thing that took place, absolutely horrible, Trump said on Sunday in New Jersey. On the ground, local residents are stepping up to support relief efforts, collecting supplies, offering shelter, and doing what they can to help neighbours displaced by the storm. Uh, our Texans look after themselves. When I was in Texas, friendliest people I've ever met. See that whole Southern hospitality thing is a real thing, by the way. Texans are like some of the friendliest people I ever met, and they got really excited by the fact I was Scottish. I get invited to a lot of barbecues and stuff like that, but unfortunately, I wasn't in town very long. Alma Garcia drove in from the city of San Antonio to deliver home cooked meals to residents and volunteers helping with the clean-up effort. The BBC saw her pull over on the side of the road and take off a top layer t shirt to give to a resident. She was all wet. I told her she's going to need it, Miss Garcia told the BBC. Local resident Perla started collecting clothes and shoes on Friday after she finished her shift at Walmart. She dropped them off at a shelter the next morning. I've never seen something like this before, she told the BBC. Meanwhile, well wishes poured in from around the world. In Rome, Pope Leo the 14th offered special prayers on Sunday for the bereaved in Texas. I would like to express sincere condolences to all the families who have lost loved ones, in particular their daughters who were in summer camp, and the disaster caused by the flooding of the Guadalupe River in Texas in the United States, the pontiff said. We pray for them. This is an absolute fucking tragedy. This is absolutely fucking terrible what's happened. There was one. story. Like the story of the guy that managed to save his family. Like it's obviously very, very tragic that he died, but well done, mate. Holy shit, well done. You managed to save your entire family at the cost of your own life, but I mean, it's a man's job, isn't it? But yeah, absolute chad for managing to do that. There was also another search effort for two little girls, and everyone was, they were basically not very hopeful that they were going to find them. Uh, but what ended up, they found the girls down the river and they'd climbed a tree. The two little girls had climbed a tree and managed to get to high ground, and they were in the tree and they managed to be rescued, which is fucking well done. Well done. That obviously was like tragic. I was a part of me, but I'm very black pilled like recently, so I was like, yeah, they're probably dead. But no, the two little chadettes fucking climbed the tree and managed to get to safety. Two little girls, fucking well done. That's actually extremely impressive. Like, who says climbing trees is dangerous for children, right? It's a valuable skill that could probably save their lives. Let your children climb trees, right? But basically, uh, this is usually where I would kind of want to attack someone because somebody's to blame for this. But I mean, if a river swells 26 feet in 45 minutes, what the fuck are you supposed to do about that? I've even seen videos of people that are filming from their house, like they're filming the Guadalupe River, and you can see how low down it is. It's like way down in this little valley. And then it showed you an hour later, and they're filming out their living room, and it's practically at their doorstep, and the entire valley is now like a river. Like, it was insane how fast this happened. And it's a case of a lot of it happened during the night as well when people were asleep. Because obviously, like, people aren't stupid. See, if you see the river rise 10 feet in the matter of 10 minutes, that's when it's like, alright, we're leaving. We're getting the fuck out here. But if you're asleep, what the fuck are you supposed to do? There's probably something that could be made like flood alarms, like you place them and in certain stages up the bank, and when water hits them, they sound an alarm or something like that. Maybe that's something, there you are, there's an idea for any capitalists and entrepreneurs out there. That's something that you could sell to people, but it's just absolutely terrible, especially like, it's like the worst thing that could have happened. Or what's the worst thing for the club to hit? A camp full of little girls. That's genuinely the worst thing that the fucking flood could have hit, and that's what happened. And I can tell you right now, as tragic as it is, it's going to be a lot more than 81 dead. Sadly, like sad but true, but it's going to be a lot more than 81 dead. But this is absolutely fucking terrible. But there's lots of places online that are running funds and help, and people are going down to volunteer and help out and try and search for survivors and providing food and shelter and everything. People are opening up their spare bedrooms and everything to let people stay in because they're now fucking homeless and everything, and that's amazing. And the Texans know better than most how to look after themselves. Right, so they're all looking out for each other, but there's probably funds and stuff like that online that everybody can go and donate money to, or even if you live in the local area, you can go down there and help them out yourself and everything. But I'll keep a wee eye on this story, and I was going to say, I hope the death toll doesn't get any higher, but it probably will.